Hey, what's up? I'm Shane. This is Learn English with Shane. Today I'm going to be talking about whenever you go to a restaurant. I know I'm at my house, but I'm going to try to play out like I'm at a restaurant. And, some of the common questions that you would ask a waiter, some of the different items that you'll see there. So let's get started. First thing, whenever you come to a restaurant, you're going to come to the host stand and they're going to ask you a question: how many is in your party? How many is in your party? And they're just wanting to know how many is in your group. Then another question they're probably going to ask you is: would you like a table or a booth? Would you like a table or a booth? So you can pick whichever one you like. And then they're going to take you to your table to have you sit down. They should give you a menu. Of course, the menu is where you have all the selections of all the food. You have all the different things. So, but if they don't give you a menu, you can ask them, can I please have a menu? Can I please have a menu? And on the menu, most menus should have three things at least. They should have appetizers, the things that you get that are little smaller portions before the main meal, which is the entree. And then you have dessert as well. And they should have drinks choices on there as well. The waiter should come by. He should come and greet you and tell you his name and how he's going to be taking care of you. I've actually been a waiter before, so I know how it is. I think everyone should be a waiter. It's a tough job. And so he's going to come and ask you a question: what can I get you to drink? And he's going to make a list and he's going to write down what everyone wants to drink. So one thing that you can ask, if when he asks you what do you want to drink, you can say, do you have Coca-Cola, or do you have Diet Coke, or do you have iced tea, do you have sweet tea, or do you have any juice? If they don't have any of their drink options on the menu, you can ask them those questions. Another thing too, if you don't want ice, tell them, please don't put ice. Please don't put ice. Maybe if you want a lemon, you can ask them, can you put a lemon in there? Or maybe you don't want a lemon. Just say, can you please not put a lemon? So some of the things that you should have a plate, of course. You should have a salad plate. A lot of times if you're getting a salad, they put that separate, and then you have a bowl. So a lot of times, of course, if you get a soup, they put it in the bowl. I got my silverware here. I got a fork, got a spoon, I got a knife or a butter knife, and then I have a steak knife. And then I have a napkin underneath there. And of course I got my candle. So it's kind of like a romantic dinner, maybe. But this is a Crown and Crest candle. Check it out, www.crownandcrestcandles.com. So you have all your items here in front of you. All you need is the food, right? Okay. Well, we're going to make believe like it's like a little kid's tea party where we're just going to be eating fake food. So whenever the waiter asks you what you want to drink, he's going to come back, bring your drinks, and then he's going to ask, what would you like to order? What would you like to order? And so hopefully you've had enough time to look at the menu. If maybe you were talking a lot and catching up with the people that are with you and you actually forgot to look at the menu, you can say, can you give us a few minutes to look at the menu? Can you give us a few minutes to look at the menu? And that's fine. He'll say, okay, that's fine. I'll come back in a few minutes. And so once you know what you're going to order, a lot of times, you can just point at whatever you want, and that's fine. But you can just say, can I have this? Can I have this? Now, with whatever you order, depending on what it is, of course, chicken and pork, you're going to cook it all the way through. But there's different types of food and different ways to prepare food. For fish, for example, if you're going to get fish, you can tell him, say, or her, I would like to get the fish grilled. I would like to get the fish grilled. Or you can tell them, I would like to have the fish fried. I would like to have the fish fried. So it's very important that you let them know that, so they make sure it's prepared right. And if you're getting a steak, a lot of times they're going to ask you and say, how would you like it prepared? How would you like it prepared? So you can tell them if you want it cooked really well done, where there's no pink at all in the center, you can get it that way. Or you can get it even rare, where basically they just put it on the grill and that's it. Or you get medium rare. You can tell them what level of cooking for the steak you want. A lot of times when you order a meal, they're going to ask you what sides do you want. A lot of the meals, they come with sides. And sides are a small portion of food that goes with the main entree or the meat. And so maybe it's a salad or a baked potato or French fries or a vegetable. So you tell them, what sides that you would like to go with your main course or with your main food. So then, after the waiter takes your order, he's going to go back. Whenever he brings back your food, he's probably going to ask you, is there anything else I can get you? Is there anything else I can get you? Maybe you like a certain condiment. Maybe you want some ketchup, or you want salt or pepper. Maybe you want Tabasco sauce. That's what I like. Something like that to help flavor the food. So if you don't want anything, then everything's fine. Usually they have some of those condiments on the table, but sometimes you might have to ask. So of course, after you've in the course of your meal, if your drink gets low, usually the waiter's pretty good about refilling your drink. But if you have to ask and say, "Excuse me, waiter," or "Excuse me, sir," "Excuse me, ma'am, can you get me another refill of Coca-Cola or whatever drink you have? Excuse me, can you get me another refill of Coca-Cola?" And so basically, if you need anything else, like if you dropped your fork on the ground, a lot of times, you just kind of slide over at the table next to you and just, grab that one. But if you do need to ask the waiter, say, "Hey, excuse me, sir, can I have another fork? Or can I have another spoon? Can I have another knife? Can I have another steak knife? Can I have another napkin?" A lot of times you drop that on the floor, or, it's all deteriorated because you're eating wings, and you got stuff everywhere, so you need another napkin. Okay, at the end of your meal, maybe you want to eat dessert. Another thing, you can ask the waiter or waitress, "Can I see the dessert tray? Can I see the dessert tray?" And so they're going to bring by a tray, and they should have all the desserts that they have. If it's a nice restaurant, they'll bring it by, and you can select which dessert you want to eat. So at the end of the meal, the final question really to ask them is, can I have the check? Can I have the check? Or, I am ready for the check. I am ready for the check. I'm ready for the bill. So then they'll bring the bill by, they bring by the check. Maybe the restaurant is when you pay at the table. Most likely that's what most of them are. Or maybe it is, you pay at a register. You can kind of look at that when you first come to the restaurant and see how they do it. Sometimes you have to ask. But here's just another tip. Whenever you do this, with a lot of fraud going on today, I would not leave any type of card with any waiter or waitress. Just wouldn't do it. I'd pay cash if you're going to, give them money at the table. I would not let your card out of your sight. That's just a free tip, and I've learned from that problem. Another question to ask them is whenever the waiter he brings the check, you can ask them, is gratuity included with the bill? Is gratuity included with the bill? Or is the tip already included? Is the tip already included? Sometimes if you have groups of maybe 8 people or more, sometimes they already put a gratuity on there. And if you want to tip a little more, you can, but the tip's already included. Okay? So, of course, the general rule of thumb, whenever you tip, it's 15% of your bill. If you really like the waiter, maybe you give 20%, or if they did a good job, hey, you can give them 25%. I remember one time I got a $100 tip on like a $48 meal. I was like, that's pretty cool. That's something you remember. I think that's about it as far as the whole kind of course of a dinner. So please continue to watch Learn English with Shane. I got more videos coming. I've had a little bit of a delay since my last one, but I'm going to start coming more regular so you can keep learning, keep practicing, and remember, get a candle. www.crownandcrestcandles.com. Thanks. I'm out.